Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. I'm Mark and I'm going to take you for a tour around our 2010 Nissan Pathfinder TI 7-seater wagon this afternoon. We'll commence at the front of the car, and you notice that we do have high intensity discharge headlights. Therefore we also have washers for the headlights. Beautiful chrome grille running through the front of the car. Is fitted with factory fog lights as well. Finished in jet black. Juco presents in really good condition. The car is fitted with 17-inch factory alloy wheels. Really important to note, we've got Pirelli all-terrain tyres all around this car, with probably 90% tread and one of the best quality tyres you can put on a car. It is fitted with factory side steps, and we do have our indicators in the outer exterior mirrors as well. As we come down the right-hand side, you do notice that the Juco presents in really good order. Very hard to even detect a scratch or a mark on the driver's side. As we're scanning along this side of the car, also you might note, if you've seen it in the vision, is fitted with roof racks as well. And then as we come around to the rear of the car, the tailgate and rear bumper all present in the same sort of order. We do have a scuff cover there just to protect the rear bumper bar. Also do note that it is fitted with a tow bar. And this particular car does have 3-ton towing, so very high towing capacity, 3 tonne. Do everything you want it to do. As we move now around to the passenger side, once again, apart from maybe needing a wash, it does present in very similar condition. Virtually unmarked Juco. Important to note on the left-hand side of this car, the alloy wheels virtually unmarked, and as we touched on earlier, near new tyres as well. Overall, the presentation of this car for a 2010 model, the Juco and quality of it in outstanding order. So under the bonnet now, we'll just run through a few of the important performance statistics on the Pathfinder. We'll just pop our little bonnet rod located on our left-hand side there out of our way. Now the Pathfinder is powered by a 2.5 litre turbo diesel motor. It's going to give you 126 kilowatts and 403 Newton meters. Really good performance. Also, at the same time, it's going to give you a combined fuel economy of 10.2 litres per 100 k's. So you can actually expect to get 800 kilometres out of a tank of fuel. So it's going to deliver you the performance that you need, as we mentioned, especially if you're contemplating towing, but also deliver you the economy at the same time. Moving around to the tailgate now, something that we'll touch on where you can actually do it at the rear of the car or at the driver's door. We move into the technology of proximity keys here, so just a simple matter of hitting on that button, which does unlock all of the car, and then just releasing our tailgate there. So I don't actually need to have the key out of my pocket. As long as I'm within the proximity of the car, it will recognise that the key is here. As we mentioned earlier, it is a 7-seater, so just a simple matter of popping those third row seats up into position if they're required. You will notice in this particular car you do have quite a bit of legroom there in the third row seats as well. We intentionally have the tow bar tongue sitting inside the car, as we don't like to leave them on the car when they're out here on the yard in the dealership, just in the event that they may get stolen or Mark might break his leg. So really a simple operation for those third row seats. You do notice even with the third row up, still a fair bit of cargo area there at the back of the car. Also you do note we've got a 12-volt outlet there. So if you're contemplating going camping, pop your little camp fridge in here and just plug it into the outlet. Whilst we're at the back of the car as well, just note in the roof area, we do have air conditioning vents or heating vents running all the way through to the third row seats as well. So you know, you've got the entire interior will be cooled in summer and warmed in winter. Just the last thing while we're at the tailgate, you can open the window individually if you want to. Once again, just a little release button on our right hand side here. Simple matter of pressing that, grabbing the handle, and we've just got our glass section coming up out of the way. Just in case you want to just pop things in just via the window rather than having the entire tailgate open. Really good feature to have if you pull into your garage and you've just done the grocery shopping, rather than try and open the tailgate and it hits the garage door, you just open the little window and you can access it that way. Yeah, handy. Okay, so we're inside the Pathfinder now, TI Pathfinder, which is important. We'll get to that shortly. Starting on the driver's armrest, all of our power window controls, and of course your button just to isolate the others, stop the kiddies playing with them if you need to. I will just open the door for a minute. Important to just see there, fully electric driver's seat, so we can actually preset them. So if hubby and wife are going to be driving the car intermittently, you can set the seating positions to exactly what you want. You notice down on the bottom right hand side here we do have a button which controls your downhill descent. You can turn that off manually if required. Power mirror controls, get it right please. Also has the function to close them over in the event that you're in shopping centre car parks, just to protect the actual mirrors. It's a good feature, that actually. Obviously, being proximity key, it never has to come out of your pocket, as I mentioned earlier. We just have our knob here just to depress and turn to start the car whenever you need to. But as I say, once again, the actual key doesn't need to come out of your pocket or your purse, depending on whether you're male or female, or sometimes both people have purses. On our steering wheel, which is leather wrapped, we have all of our factory cruise control settings. And then on our left-hand side, we have our Bluetooth and our audio settings as well. This car is fitted with Bluetooth, and it does have audio streaming. So you've got a number of functions as far as sound goes. Speaking of sound, we will move into the center console section. A really high quality stereo system. We've got AM, FM radio. We've also got CD player, which is MP3 compatible. We also have the facility to store music in this car, and as I mentioned as well, you can just stream your music off your phone as well. As we also touched on earlier, we've got climate control air conditioning. It is dual zone, so the passenger can control their temperature as well. A perfect example at the moment, I've got the heating on in the front of the car in the driver and passenger seat, and Matt's sitting in the back filming, and he's got the air conditioner on because he's hot and I'm cold. Yeah. Little storage compartment just there. Then down below we've got a number of other excellent features. Heated front seats for the driver and passenger in the front. We also have a manual lock and unlock button, and we also have four-wheel drive on demand, so we can actually just simply matter of flicking it into four-wheel drive, and obviously depending on what sort of terrain you're in, whether you go to four-wheel drive high or low, based on the conditions. Our transmission is an automatic, so we can just put it into drive, or we can come across into performance mode or sports mode, as some people like to call it, and manually change through the gears off the stick. Also, I didn't touch on when we were at the tailgate, but this car is also fitted with a reverse camera, and as you can see, the screen illustrates just exactly how accurate the picture is there. Pop it back into park. And the other thing to take note of that's really important is that this car is also fitted with satellite navigation from factory. Once again, really clear screen. It's picking up a lot of the street names around us, even whilst we're sitting stationary where we are here in Kangan Drive. So a lot to like about all the features running through there. As we come back down the console now, nice silver surrounds all through the console. Do have our buttons here to control the rear air as well. And in the second row seats, the passengers also have the ability to control the temperature, as I mentioned as well. So yeah, it's really well thought out, this car. Now, being the TI, as I mentioned, it's important to note it does get a lot of the extra things as opposed to the base model Pathfinder. Full leather interior. So the leather interior runs all the way. It's the front seats, second row, third row seats, all finished in leather. Also important to note, through all of our door trims, also finished in leather as well. So it's a really up-spec four-wheel drive. So a lot of extras to like. And what we'll do, coming back around to the front of the car, we also have a factory fitted sunroof. It is fully automatic. So a simple matter of touching on our open button here, and it takes the sunroof open all the way. If you find that you'd prefer just to let light in rather than have the sunroof completely open, Once again, simple matter of just hitting on the close button. That closes the sunroof back up, but does actually leave the cover open. So you're streaming light into the car, but not effectively letting wind in. If you find that it's a nice sunny warm day and you're finding too much heat generating through the sunroof, simple matter of just sliding that cover closed. What we'll do, next thing we'll move on to is safety before we touch on one other feature. In this car we have front, side and curtain airbags, so occupant safety is paramount. We've got all of the airbags throughout the car, so you know, yourself and all the kids and the entire family can be nice and safe. Last but not least, in the Pathfinder, once again being the TI, we do have roof mount DVD. Would have loved to demonstrate it, but I didn't bring any DVDs into work. Yeah, fully functional, and another really good feature. Keep the kids quiet on a long country trip. Matt's just illustrating the drop down screen on the DVD now. Last but not least, we'll just have a quick chat about service history. A lot of the services have been stamped at Blackburn Nissan and Blackburn Nissan, which is good. So there's a lot to like about the interior, stacks of features being the TI, and just to summarise the interior itself, you just look at the condition of it. The car's only done 91,000 Ks, but as you can see by what we've filmed of the interior, probably presents more like a 30,000 K motor car. So in summary, just a few key points. 2010 model Nissan Pathfinder TI. So it's top of the range, full leather, 17-inch alloys, Pirelli tyres, near new, reverse camera, tow bar, 3-tonne towing capacity, in excess of 800 litres to a tank of fuel, 2.5 litre turbo diesel. A really, really good example of this motor car. If you have any further questions, feel free to give us a call on 9907 0555.